The African sun rises over the grasslands. The world seems quiet, except for the deep grunts of a Cape buffalo. This giant stands calmly, flicking its tail at the morning flies. Suddenly, a flash of brown and yellow darts through the air. A small bird, barely bigger than a man's hand, lands gently on the buffalo's broad back. It hops along, pecking at the thick hide. The buffalo barely notices. For a moment, it is just two creatures, one massive, one tiny, sharing a patch of sunlight. But this is not a simple meeting. The bird is an oxpecker, and it has come for a reason. It is looking for something hiding in the buffalo's fur. This moment plays out across the African plains every day. Thousands of oxpeckers find their breakfast on the backs of Africa's biggest animals. But why does the buffalo let the bird come so close? And what does the bird really want? This first meeting is more than it seems. It is the start of a story about survival, teamwork, and the surprising power of small creatures among giants. We often think the biggest animals rule the wild. Buffalo, rhinos, and giraffes seem too strong to need help. But sometimes the smallest creatures make the biggest difference. This is the case with the oxpecker and its giant friends. How important can a little bird be to such huge mammals? Can a bird weighing only a few ounces really influence the lives of animals weighing 1,000 pounds or more? This question puzzles scientists. It also sparks the imagination of anyone who has seen a parade of buffalo, each carrying its own tiny bird. The answer is not simple. Nature is full of surprises. Sometimes even the strongest need help, and sometimes that help comes from a place no one expects. So, can a tiny bird really help Africa's giants survive? To find out, we must learn more about this unusual partnership. The oxpecker is a small, clever bird found only in Africa. There are two kinds, the red-billed and the yellow-billed oxpecker. Both have sharp claws, strong beaks, and a taste for living among giants. They spend almost their entire lives on the backs of buffalo, rhinos, giraffes, zebras, and antelopes. These birds are built for their job. Their claws help them cling to moving animals. Their pointed beaks can pick out tiny insects from thick fur. Some even say their song sounds like laughter, a cheerful tune heard across the plains. Oxpeckers live wherever their giant hosts do. From the grassy savannas of Kenya to the woodlands of South Africa, you will find these birds riding high above the ground. They rarely touch the earth, preferring the safety and food found on their living islands. For oxpeckers, life is a journey on the backs of Africa's greatest animals. But why do they choose such an unusual home? Big animals in Africa face many dangers. One of the smallest and most annoying comes from ticks and other parasites. These tiny creatures hide in thick fur and skin folds. They drink blood, spread disease, and can make even the mightiest animals sick. A single buffalo can carry hundreds, even thousands of ticks. These parasites bite deep, causing pain and itching. They can infect wounds, making it hard for injuries to heal. Over time, a heavy load of ticks can weaken an animal, making it slower and less able to escape predators. Parasites are not just a bother. Sometimes they are deadly. Tick-borne diseases can sweep through a herd, killing the weak and young. For animals like buffalo and rhinos, fighting parasites is a daily battle. Without help, Africa's giants would spend precious energy scratching, rubbing and shaking off their tiny enemies. This is where the oxpecker comes in. Oxpeckers are more than just passengers. They are expert hunters of ticks and parasites. Each day, an oxpecker can eat hundreds of ticks from its host's back. With their sharp eyes and nimble beaks, they find and remove the parasites that hide from other animals. Their work does not stop at eating ticks. Oxpeckers also peck at wounds, cleaning away dead skin and maggots. This can help wounds heal faster, keeping infections at bay. Some scientists believe oxpeckers even act as guards. When danger approaches, like a lion stalking through the grass, the birds screech loudly, warning their giant friends to be alert. This partnership is called mutualism. Both the bird and the animal get something they need. The oxpecker gets food and a safe place to live. The big animal gets help fighting parasites and sometimes a warning of danger. For many years, people thought the oxpecker was only a helper, but nature is rarely so simple. No story in nature is one-sided. Sometimes the oxpecker's help comes with a cost. While eating ticks, the bird may keep wounds open for longer. It may even peck at healthy skin to drink blood. This gives the bird extra food, but can harm the animal. Scientists have watched oxpeckers picking at wounds until they bleed. Some wounds never fully heal because the birds keep returning. Too much attention from oxpeckers can make small injuries worse, not better. In some places, rhinos and buffalo have been seen trying to shake off their feathered hitchhikers. This has led to debate. Are oxpeckers true friends, or are they sometimes more like parasites themselves? Do they cause more harm than good? The truth may be somewhere in between. Nature is full of partnerships that shift and change, depending on the needs of each animal. Different animals react to oxpeckers in different ways. Buffalo seem to accept their presence most of the time, standing calmly while birds search for ticks. Rhinos are less patient. Sometimes a rhino will snort and shake, trying to knock the birds away, especially if wounds are sore. Giraffes enjoy the help, especially around their necks where ticks gather. Zebras, with their striped coats, often carry several oxpeckers at once. Antelopes, too, let the birds perch on their backs and faces, picking off the pests that hide in hard-to-reach places. But not every encounter is peaceful. When oxpeckers become too aggressive, animals may run, roll in the dust, or hide in thick bushes to avoid them. Still, most giants tolerate the birds, knowing that the benefits, fewer ticks and parasites, often outweigh the harm. These stories show how complex and changing the relationship between oxpecker and host can be. It is a dance of need, help, and sometimes harm. The tale of the oxpecker and Africa's giants teaches us something important. In the wild, even the largest animals cannot survive alone. They depend on the smallest creatures in ways we might never guess. Nature is made of connections. From the tiniest tick to the mightiest buffalo, every animal plays a role. Oxpeckers remind us that size does not decide importance. Sometimes the smallest helpers make survival possible for the largest beasts. This partnership, with all its ups and downs, is a sign of nature's balance. It shows how teamwork, even between very different animals, can shape life on the savannah. We must remember, in the world of wild things, small can indeed save big. The story of the oxpecker is just one of many in Africa's wild places. Every animal has a secret life, a hidden story, and unexpected friends or enemies. To understand nature, we must look closely, ask questions, and never stop exploring. If you find yourself in Africa, watch for the little birds riding the backs of giants. See how they move, listen to their calls, and wonder about the secret deals they make with their giant hosts. There is always more to learn. The world is full of strange and beautiful partnerships, from forests to oceans. Each one reminds us that nature is a web of life, where every strand, big or small, matters. So, next time you see a tiny bird, remember, even the smallest creatures can be heroes among giants.